days are tired of working for the man. Can't keep it watch, we're behind the wheel. Hope it doesn't come to this, but we ain't afraid to kill. Everyone's take up, that's what we say. As long as everything goes smooth, no one's gonna die today. Everyone's take up, that's what we say. Put all the money in our packs and we'll be on our way. All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Alright, got that back window out. Holy cow, that thing was really difficult to get out. I didn't want to break it or hurt the trim because it's, you know, can be used on some other car. Be sold for, you know, getting some of his money back here. Because we're going to be using this shoebox rear window. We'll see how it all goes, but what I'd really like to do is fade that back window in on this stock rail so I don't have to cut this. I can just put the window back on this and then fade it up into the shoebox window, but that seems like I'm dreaming. We're gonna get rid of this trim. We're not gonna use it. We're gonna use the trim back on that, so that lower trim needs to stay. So we have to work around that. We're using this window because it makes it easier to chop it. That other window was going to make it very difficult. Our windshields came in. I say windshields because we had two cut and both of them made it here with all that shipping. I think the glass came out of Indiana. It went up to Billings, Montana. My new good buddy Chris has cut them for us, and then he shipped them down here, and he was able to successfully cut them without breaking them, and also they were able to get shipped down here without breaking. You ended up putting like $2,000 worth of insurance on the package, which probably still isn't enough to cover the cost of these two windows. Very expensive endeavor, but this is the way I chop cars. I get the windshield cut and then I chop the top to the windshield, unless if it's flat glass, I don't worry about that. But since it's a curved windshield and we need to put that curved windshield back in here, I got the glass cut first. The glass is cut 2 inches, so we're gonna do a 2-inch chop, and I photochopped it, which means I took a side profile picture on here. I made out some marks with tape so I knew how much I was chopping it in the picture. I cut it, and 2 inches looks correct with our current stance and whatnot. You also have to get that stance right before you chop it, or you're not going to know how much you can chop it. You can do whatever you want, but in order to make it look nice, like it's not over chopped or just chopping it to chop it, you know, get your stance right, do your little photo chop. The photo chop is going to tell you a lot of different things. It's going to tell you, you know, how much the pillar is going to lean, how much the roof is going to move forward. It can tell you a lot of things just in the picture, and you can use those pieces of tape or your marks to know how much that actually moved or happened. So what I want to do is I want to cut the roof off, and then we'll set the windshield in, and the windshield will sit, you know, with the roof cut off. The window will sit down in here, and then we'll be able to tell how far we're going to bring this down into that windshield and make sure that that glass is going to be able to go in. It's going to be tricky, it always is, but that windshield is going to set our rate. I decided to do a door bar instead of welding the doors shut. It makes it a little easier to work on, especially if my big butt needs to get in here. But this is the way I usually brace them. I don't get too crazy. So what this does is a cross out is not going to let it collapse in or out. And then the door bar is important because when you cut the roof off, it's not going to fold in here. You know, it matters to a 1/16. So it could, after we cut it, it could bounce in a little bit. If I see it bounce, I'll take that into consideration. But when you make your cuts and it, you know, nothing bounces, then you don't have to worry about it quite as much. But if, you know, we cut this off and this pillar goes boop, then we have things to worry about. But I don't suspect it's going to, but it's always something to keep an eye on. So we're getting ready to start here. I've made my little nicks in the corners here. We cross measured it out and measured out at 55 inches even. So we know that the roof isn't racked or anything like that. I'm not marking out both lines because I don't know exactly how much we're going to go yet. We're leaving that all up to the size of the windshield. So if the windshield, you know, comes down and the seal's going to take up so much and blah, 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 that's our chop. We're not changing the glass. We can change this a lot easier. So what you want to keep in mind is when you cut this, your next cut, you want to be able to cut, well, on this one we're actually going to do it up here, but for most reasons you want to leave your next cut on something that's sturdy, something that's solid. You don't want to be trying to cut something that's loose already. So your second cut is going to be lower than your first one, so it's on the car instead. The two that we're doing on the roof is this one back here and the front one, just because it's going to work out better for what we're doing. This angle right here is going to help when we bring it down, that we can just kind of slide it forward and the cut will stay out of the way. If we cut it straight across this way, for one, it's a longer weld and a longer cut than this way. And then also you wouldn't be able to bring the roof down to see where we're going to be. This piece would still be in your way. So, you know, we got our cuts all marked out here. We're going to cut off the tops of the doors first, set them to the side. Then we'll cut off our roof and we'll put in our windshield. But I gave my window an extra 1/8 just to make it to where when you go to do that rope seal, it's just a touch bit easier. With how expensive our windshield is, I'm giving it that extra little bit because it's just, I really don't want to get it cracked as it's getting installed. So I gave it an extra 1/8, and we'll go ahead and cut these guys off. Our pillars are about that far from lining up in and out. We want to be careful with what we do here, because if we were just to lay this one in, our window's probably not going to dig that, because, you know, our window, the cut was taken off the top, so we want to kind of keep this the same. Where it kind of rolls out here, I'm hoping that's the area that we can kind of fade this together. So what I'm going to try to do is make it wider than skinnying this up, and we'll see how they kind of line up, and we'll see if we can get away with that without taking this in any, but we might have to take it in a touch. But we'll try to get it out of the top and see how that goes. I think I'm going to cut from the inside here and try to come up to this outer part here and leave this together, and then see if we can fade it like that. We don't need a lot, and that's the difference between a small chop and a bigger chop. You know, if we were to come down much further, we need to cut down the middle of the roof and widen the roof. So you need to take that in consideration with how much you want to chop a vehicle. These pillars are pretty vertical, and that's helping us out, but it obviously still has some taper. All right, I got this pillar cut behind so we can pull this out. Ended up having to cut on the bottom here to bring this in a touch. I want to kind of do some tacks, kind of check where we're at, see how even we are, see if we need to clean up any of this to bring it adjusted a little bit. So we're looking really good. The windshield looks like it's going to fit in really well. Remember we put in our little dashes, and so cross measuring out, we're really close. Measuring from here to here, the passenger side is an 1/8 inch taller, and when we put the window in there, that's exactly what it looked like as well. Looked like we'd fit really nicely in over there. This side looked a touch loose, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut back through this. As I cut it, like, you can see a little bit of a gap here, and then we're tight back here. So I'll take my cutoff wheel and I'll leave this tack here. I'll cut through the back here where it's tight, and then cut this tack and bring it down not much and re-tack it. But the angle of the sides here looks like it's going to be just fine. We really ended up taking both of them out a little bit, so it shouldn't hurt our glass. Feel like we might get away with it.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.